Yo-ho, good day, and welcome home to Blenholme for episode 13 of our Cities Skylines build. Today we're gonna do some mopping up of some unclean things about the town, like this corner. It didn't have a proper pathway connection. You'd have to walk all the way over here before you can get to your house over here. That wouldn't do. And now we're gonna expand the forestry industry a little, because not all of the episode is gonna be mopping up. There's also gonna be some actual expansion. So let's for now draw this road out by 20. So it's actually this road over here curving to the right and having two left-hand exits. And let's make our junction work correctly as well. No traffic light, just two giveaway signs. That should do the trick. And now let's also use some medium tree plantations and line them along here. Put them right next to each other, and I guess I'll have to change them all to conifers afterward. Yeah, I sure have. So that's gonna be a nice expansion for the area. Some more jobs for people. I hope they'll like it. And I see my PC has some rendering issues from afar. Doesn't generate all the trees if I zoom out. But that we'll have to make do with that for today. So now let's draw out this left fairly unfinished nature reserve fence. Part of the mopping up business. That didn't follow the road quite as far as to the next gate. And I think it should. And this will give some fresh people time to move in as well. We're already at 533. So not that many more people need to move in for us to get a nice milestone up. Jesus, how did I forget the word milestone? Okay, so this side also has some fencing issues. And with issues I mean I just didn't quite complete it. And let's draw it out until here and then connect it in here. That should do. I think this corner is a bit too empty. So let's put a few conifers down here. Yeah, that's better. I think I'm going to line the entirety of this street with a fence as well. Let's start from the gate. I think I accidentally placed a tree over there, but oh well. It won't hurt anyone, an extra tree. And let's just follow it along the road until the grid starts over here. And we'll extend it later on, of course. But at least that looks a bit more finished for now. Now let's give the industry area a extra log yard as well. So I'm going for a large log yard over next to the road over here. Now we're going to use a nice little industry road. Might as well be paved over here. And let's snap to road length as well. Just draw it alongside this log yard, and then we have to, or we get to spin it, I hope. Oh, it had to be deeper, which is of course me being retarded. So I'll put it back over here, and we'll just give it an extra tile, see if it fits then. So, second attempt. And this time it fits. And as an added bonus, I seem to have the luck of adding the road quite right up until the fence. Nice, nice. And let's keep the 4-lane a priority road. Like this. That'll help our industry a lot, I think. Now, I think I also want to add a bit of an extra to the King Winkentor Reserve. So let's take our undecorated path for this. I think I'll turn on the road guidelines just to find a node for here. I think I want this one. And then I'm gonna use the curved road tool and turn off the road guidelines. And I'm gonna draw out a little extra roundabout over here. A smaller one than the first one. And we're gonna fill this roundabout up. And mind you, it will level up our nature reserve, I think. And if a larger one of these fits, which it will, yeah, that will level up. So 2 fishing cabins and 2 hunting cabins. Quite nice. So let's re-enter this into the roundabout and connect our nature reserve path back in. And then I'm going to draw an exit from here, which is going to go towards the side gate, like this. Maybe add a few extra trees back in here. The creation of the path kinda removed some, so that's better. And now we have an extra roundabout over here, some extra entertainment. I think the people will love it. Maybe let's also place a park sign with it, so people know where they can head next from here. Looks fair. Yeah, let's do that. Place a row of brushes behind it. I think that gives it slightly more of a secluded vibe. And I think that's precisely what we're looking for. Something like this. And now let's start working on the south side rest stop of the highway. It's gonna be a tad smaller than this one. It's not gonna include a unique asset, it's just gonna be a gas station. So let's go to our one-way industrial road for this. And let's turn all our snapping on. I think this should be right. That does give us 4 tiles of space to work with, so that should be fine. And now let's turn on our road guidelines, and just that. And even those didn't turn on, I see. So let's connect this in straight, and now turn on angle, and connect it in like this. So now I'm going to use a growable commercial asset, 4 wide, this one, and I'm going to pause the game for a bit so it doesn't suffer any abandonment issues or anything. It will need electricity. I know that links through, which is quite great. So it will need water. And let's just draw out a water pipe parallel to the highway over here to service this area. Nothing else will be built in that area anyway, so we can dig that water pipe up if there's something wrong with it later on. Not that that happens in the game, but you get it. So a nice small gas station over here. Oh, I forgot to do some lane mathematics, I see. This needs to be a 1-lane highway now. And I think we also want a normal tarmac path, snapping to the grid, not to road guidelines. And then we're gonna freeform it from here. And into there, so people from the industry can go grab a snack at the gas station as well. Hope they'll like it. Now I think we should also add a nice postal service to this town. And I think like getting a nice grassy road, snapping to road length, angle and grid. And we'll just draw it out until right here for now. That'll sit our post office nicely, because it's a corner building and I think it looks best this way. We might fill this area up later on a bit more, but now at least our postal service has improved quite a bit. And I think I want a neat line of some green trees with leaves along the road over here. And maybe we should decorate up the highway stop in a time lapse. Now that that's a bit better, I think I want to add a little bottom tier to the Westkeep area. I think this little area over here lends itself quite well to a little bit of an extra tier for just a few houses to sit on. So let's just pick this height, draw it in towards the key a little bit more as well. And then I think I want this entire area to become the neighborhood and add a bit of a nice little slope over here. Then I'm gonna draw out a road from over here. I think that's not ideal. Let's see. Could I from here? Wouldn't it destroy any buildings? Or should I just connect it in here? I think I should pick option 2. And then I'm gonna flatten this out a little, so some houses can sit over there too. As my cat is going a little bonkers in the background, I hope you don't mind. So let's draw this road up until here. And extend this one over this landmass to join in like this at the key. Yeah, I think that looks quite alright. Now it also begs for some water pipes under the road. And a little bit of zoning. So, 2 houses over here. Let's just keep it quite civil over here. Not too abundant, and that's where we'll have Westkeep End. So let's extend the neighborhood as well. And that'll give us another nice few more residents. There's also this pier asset to consider. We can plop it down here on the corner. And then also accompany it with some footpath running alongside the water line over here. I think that would be nice. Let's draw it in from this angle, so the street lights are facing, I think they'll be facing the water. Let's first just take the grid. And I guess it will have some difficulty with that, so maybe let's try this kind of path. Also, no placement. Weird. And if I do this, yeah, that does it. That does the trick. I just want to follow this along the water line so people have a nice separate pedestrian facility to walk on. And from here I do want to use a tarmac path and stop snapping to grid as well. And I want to connect it in as close as possible over here. I think that looks nice. Let's do a little bit of a time lapse on decorating this. Now I do think I want to add a little the smaller lookout tower for this corner of the area, just to raise land values a little, and I think a small lookout for looking out over the lake will be a nice feature. Right here on the corner, stairs facing the pathway, and they'll have a decent view. Hope they'll like it. That looks a bit weird, but we'll just pretend it's not turning our roads blue. So I wanted to add a little bit of forestry over here again. Let's take our industrial road. Turn our snapping back on and draw it out for a while longer. Now I'm going to the forestry and I'm taking one of these and I'm turning it into conifers for now. It's gonna stay that way. And then I want to draw a dirt path alongside it, starting over here, and I'll just draw it until this road guideline for now. Then I'll flip this forestry industry building, and add a few more next to it. Maybe let's increase the district size a little too, so it encompasses all of it. And let's also draw in some water pipes, which do seem to be running a little bit dry. So we might as well expand on our water infrastructure as well. At least this looks like a bit more forestry for now. We can use it. We have high industrial demand. Now let's figure out a good spot for our next water tower. And I do think one could get a prominent place right over here. Maybe a small water tower in this spot. It will just barely let me. So let's take it and connect it in. Now we have enough water and we need more sewage treatment as well. And let's not zoom out too far so our roads don't turn blue. I'll have to look into that after the episode. I don't know why it's happening. So all of our sewage treatment is happening in this area for now. And I think I want to keep it that way. So we have this Eco Inland Water Treatment Plant, and we can place it alongside this road. And I wonder how it will look. Most of the industry over here is quite rank anyway, so yeah, looks feasible. Let's just keep it. We'll need it anyway. Well, side quest completed. Let's go back to the forestry area. So we created this side street, we probably have a traffic light here. Let's make sure that doesn't exist either. And now I want another side gate for the nature reserve at this end. And I was thinking of drawing this out by 6. And then taking a curved road. And just drawing it in like this. A small turnaround loop. And over here we will sit our next park gate. Let's check if our park area is sufficient. No, it's not. Good that we checked that early. So it will have to be in our park for us to be able to have a side gate over there. And let's just go over here. And let's have it facing this way. I think that's a pretty logical side entrance to the nature reserve. So let's not forget fencing this time. And let's just start out straight from over here. Maybe turn off road guidelines. And then draw it in like this. I think that looks quite good. Nothing odd happening there. And I think we can even fit a nice little dirt path through. Let's see. Yeah, we just barely can. Which is good. A nice shortcut for loggers with strong legs. Now we need the undecorated nature reserve path. And let's draw ourselves in a new pathway to take through the park. It's finally becoming an actually quite large place. But it will become way larger in the future. Now that's connected in. That will probably give our people some more fun routes to take. And we unlocked some hunting cabins. Why not place a large one along the path over here? A hunting cabin deep in the woods. Not really my taste, but when you like it you can use it, right? Now let's head back to our leisure area. We haven't built it yet, but I just came up with the thought that it will for sure need a medical clinic. And it might as well be centrally located, right? So I think this corner over here is quite suitable. Or this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Will give me a nice spread of things it can reach, and it might even improve the value of the houses over here a little bit. Let's see if we actually still need this much power line. I could also I could remove this one and place a new one. It costs a little less space, and I like the aesthetic a little bit better. And we might as well also zone up the last bit of Bluetarn. We're nearby now. And I think it's quite yeah, it's time, right? It's time. So for this I'm going to take a park fence and just snap to the grid. I'm gonna pull it around here. That will drastically change our zoning, so we can have some bigger blocks over here. I think I want this to fill out as much as possible. And then back to our fencing, because this is a bit unnecessary. Let's just pull it until here, and then it goes on to over here. Then I'm gonna turn off our grid snapping as well, and I want to pull a pathway through here. And now this is becoming a 3x2, I don't want that. And I also think I want a 2x2 over here. Ah, nice. A 3x4. That's better. Now a 4x3 over here. And that'll probably be all the zoning that the district requires. Let's hope something nice spawns in for us. This does look appropriate, so let's keep that one. And then move on to West Keep. The top of the hill this time, because we flattened out a space quite a while ago here. And we might as well start to fill it, I think. We need some more residents, and yeah, it's necessary, right? So let's take us a road. Let's see. Just a normal one, I guess. And let's dive into our topographic view to find the correct location to draw it out from. Which does seem to be most of this area, so let's just draw it out from here. And let's use some snapping. And then we can turn it off. The left side of this street is barely gonna be inhabited. No houses that close to the ledge. Just on the inside of the area. And there's also going to be a road for the other side, of course, which is gonna be slightly less which is gonna be populated on both sides, is what I mean to say, I guess. So we'll have to do some terraforming later on as well. Maybe I went too far there. Probably pull it up a little. Let's use angle for this. Or let's just first take our terrain brush and make sure this is flat, right? And some people can live on this side of the road as well. And now we can draw it out a little further. This doesn't give us that much space for zoning, but it'll also give us some space for parks, which is nice. Of course, we'll have to make sure this is not a traffic light now. That's better. And we'll have to supply the area with water, of course. And then let's turn off the angle snapping for this, because that makes my life so much easier. And let's also extend the West Keep district. It's growing steadily. And we can also start zoning it now. I think I want a 3x3 over here. And nothing else on that side of the road until over here, I think. Nah, that's too close as well. So nothing else on that side of the road. And let's try to get some varying sizes in here. That'll look good, I think. And back here we do not have a lot of spaces that are at least 3x3. But I think this will do. Of course we will extend it that way later on, but we can't connect it to the road for now because it doesn't yet have space at the correct height line. But when we hit that next milestone, which I hope we will soon, then we can actually finish this bunch of streets as well. It's starting to look like something. Oh, I forgot to historicalize these things. Oh no. Okay, so this is still nice and small. And this has got to go, unfortunately. But that grew way out of hand. It stuck out like a sore thumb. Maybe we should focus on decorating the space between these roads while we wait for that asset to spawn in. I'm thinking of where are my there's my pine. And we do not need this to be a brush now. So fairly spread out points. Seems like a safe bet. And then we'll have some green trees with leaves. One or two of those in between every pair of pines. Just to give it a bit of a natural border. Yeah, this asset seems quite right. Let's keep that one as well. And since this path is a cycling path, we also need a bit of a walking path over here, I think. So if I place it like this, it will connect nicely and not destroy our fence. That's what I wanted. Such a weak statement. So you over here. And let's go for a row of sugar maples over on this side of it. Just along this fence over here. And maybe 2 dots of colorful tree. Maybe even 2 over here. And that will liven up this corner pretty well. Maybe we also want a little park bench over here. Let's see. Here near the colorful tree and the street light. Nice and safe. A bin over there too. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, let's finish this area by placing a hedgerow alongside the road over here. I think that will help finish the area. You don't want any people from the park straying onto the cycling path anyway, so better safe than having an ugly town. Now I lost my pointer and I have to try and properly connect this hedgerow to the other one. Let's just put it a little bit closer to the cycling path. And let's just do it like this. It just doesn't have to be that perfect anyway. Just a bunch of hedges to keep children from straying onto the cycling path, where they can easily get run over, which we do not want. Yeah, this'll do. Now let's also do something with this fairly large empty space next to the cemetery. And let's turn all of our snapping off for this. I think I want a dirt path going up here. And then this one branching off and looping back. And then we're gonna use a bunch of stones. And they're like grave markers, right? So this is practically an extension of the cemetery, and that does give us some more space to bury our dead. Well, in the game it doesn't, but it does at least look like it. And then let's also put some trees around it. Or at least alongside the graveyardy bit. And maybe some colorful trees to lighten the dark moods. And let's just get a row of these following this path up here. And that looks pretty good. And that looks like sunset again for this episode of Blenholme. I think we'll hit the milestone in the next episode. So thank you all for watching. Enjoy the outro. And see you next time. Bye.